Call me a crazy millennial, but I think that understanding why you're actually doing something is paramount to your success. Just putting your head down and sucking it up and getting it done just always isn't enough. And you may find that in times when you've just sucked it up and gotten something done, you may have failed or maybe succeeded only for a short period of time, or you may have lost your motivation along the way, which I think is the most important thing. Ever think to yourself as you wake up in the morning, why am I going to the gym today? Or, why do I have to go to this stupid meeting across town? Or even, why do I have to eat this lame salad for lunch? I know I haven't. Honestly, we've all been there. But if you're really finding it hard to find the motivation to accomplish your goals, it's probably because 1, you're not bought into your own why, or 2, you don't really understand what your why may be. And this is particularly true if someone else has set your why or your goals for you, like perhaps your significant other, your boss, or even your doctor. Even if you know you're going to the gym to lose weight, or you know you're going across town because you're trying to make money, or if you know you're eating that salad because it's supposed to be healthy, if you don't have a clear purpose or really understand why you're doing those things, you'll have a much more difficult time overcoming those hurdles. And trust me, we all see those hurdles in our lives, but those of you who have a clear purpose and a clear understanding of why you're doing something will be much more likely to overcome those hurdles when they inevitably rear their ugly heads. Make sense? If you're ready to find your why, we're going to run through a quick exercise here called, cleverly enough, the 5 whys. Basically, start with a goal, and we'll have another video on goal setting if you need some help with that as well. But start with a goal and essentially ask yourself the question, why? 5 times in a row. Pretty simple, and it's actually really effective because it'll help you take something vague and really dig deep on it. For example, we'll use myself, and please bear with me on the self-to-self role play here, but we're going to go through an example of the 5 whys with me. Hi, my name is Vince, and my goal is to build more muscle and get toned. And why is your goal to build muscle and get toned, Vince? Well, I used to be in pretty good shape in high school and even in college, but that kind of changed afterwards with work and life, and I don't know, you know how that goes. So why is getting back to where you were important for you? Honestly, I don't know. I just remember being much more self-confident back then, feeling better about myself. Why were you more self-confident back then? Well, I was doing well in school. I earned a great job after college that I worked hard for, and I was doing really well in that job too. Why did that all change for you? Well, I ended up quitting that job that I mentioned and started a software company, which sounds pretty cool, and it was great for a while, but we ended up having to shut it down for a few different reasons. And I also ended the relationship that I was in. So, you know, right now I'm just feeling kind of down, and there's a lot of negative energy in my life, and, you know, I really just want to change that. And why do you think building more muscle and getting toned will help you get your self-confidence back? Well, being in good shape has always made me feel more self-confident, both, you know, at work and socially, but it's really more than that. I feel like I lost myself over the past few years, and I feel like being able to work towards a goal and prove to myself that I can still work hard and succeed will really enable me to kind of get back to being the best version of myself like I was before and getting my self-confidence back. Boom! Now, that's a strong why statement. But do you see how it actually worked? I went from I want to get toned and I want to build muscle, which, you know, are goals, but they're a little vague, to I want to get back to being a competitor. I want to prove to myself that I can work hard and get back to being the best version of myself. That's really insightful and really important for you to understand, or for your coach who you may be working with to understand. It really gets a deep perspective on what's important to you and what's going to keep you going when you go through those hurdles. And honestly, that was real. That was me a few years ago, and that was my why, and what really helped keep me going through those tough times where I wanted to binge eat or skip going to the gym, or honestly when I was just feeling sorry about myself. Now, take that and apply it to yourself. If you're having a little bit of trouble, here are some other great whys that I've heard that have come out of this exercise. It can go from I want to get my endurance back to I'm running around with my kids and having a great time, but I notice that I'm not able to hang out with them very long because they're very young and energetic. I want to be able to get to a point where I can consistently play with my kids on a day-to-day basis for an extended period of time and enjoy that family time. That's a great one. Or another one, you know, I want to lose weight, and that can go to, I used to be in better shape, and, you know, through life and having kids or whatever it may be, my significant other and we've kind of lost touch, and I feel like I'm not as attractive to that person anymore. And I want to get back to having that spark back in our relationship. That's another great why. Now you try. I know it can be tough to be vulnerable and share personal information about yourself, especially on the internet, because trust me, I've done that myself before. But if you are comfortable sharing, please share in the comments. The more people there to support you in your network, the more likely you are to succeed. If you're not comfortable doing that, that's totally cool too. At least make sure you're comfortable admitting things to yourself. And if you have a friend or a close family member, whomever it may be that you can share with them. The more people supporting you in your environment, the more likely you are to succeed. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and found it helpful. Please subscribe to our channel if you did. And like I said, we have another video on how to actually set some of these goals, which I think will be really helpful for you. So if you're interested in that as well, please stay tuned. Thanks.